Bueno, sí, póngalo así, porfa.
¿Qué?
Para ver sus nombres.
Ah,
¿Hoy? ¿Sí?
sí.
Soy Fernando 13.
Modelo de las Naciones Unidas.
Sí.
Museo
Para el
de-
número 3. Ah, no.
Cris.
Yo fui presidente un año. O 2.
O 3.
De todos modos, ahorita me voy a hacer lo que no estoy viendo para empezar a platicar y que me digan sus nombres. Cris, Juan, Carlos.
¿No pues?
Ah, la que bonita.
Cano,
No llevé caligrafía aún en la escuela.
¿Qué pasa si soy analfabeto?
A mí sí me faltaron las de kinder que te ponían a dibujar como 50,000 veces.
Sí.
Que te ponían a describir las letras como 50,000 veces. Hijo de su madre.
A ver,
¿Cómo
ahora
se
dame
miran
cuadro
ahorita
con tu
esas
nombre.
cosas?
A mí lo que me pasó es que me trataron de enseñar la cursiva ahí, o sea, mientras estaba aprendiendo a escribir, entonces ahora escribo como que sin despegarlo, entonces se ve la fregada.
¿Eres ingeniero?
Sí. Claro que sí.
Doctor ingeniero.
No,
Oscar Carita Feliz.
Oscar Carita.
Ok, bueno. Dios, tú dime. ¿Ya?
¿Qué?
Este
Sí.
cuarto está embrujado.
¿Eso es un sí? Ok. Ok,
Los
ya,
pelos
tenemos que hablar en
van,
inglés.
¿Puedo decir en alemán?
O en francés, si vous
Everyone, thank you so much for coming. You will be participating in the sociology focus group. Thank you so much for taking the time to be here. I really appreciate that, and I know my team does too. So please begin by introducing yourself. So tell me what's your name and your age or semester.
Well, I'm Esteban. I study marketing on my 5th semester.
Okay.
I'm Juan Carlos. I'm in civil engineering in 7th semester.
I'm Cristobal. I'm in 5th semester and I study industrial engineering.
Hello, my name is Moises. I'm studying automobilistic design. This is my first semester and I'm from San Luis Potosí.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Ulises. I am studying music production engineering. I am on 3rd semester.
Okay, with you.
I'm Thomas and I'm studying robotics engineering and I'm in my 1st semester.
Okay.
Hello, my name is Jose. I'm in 9th semester of biotechnology engineering and I'm from Morelia.
Hi, my name is Enrique. I'm studying computer science and I'm on 3rd semester.
My name is Ingrid. I'm from marketing and it's my 1st semester and I'm from Mexico City.
Okay.
I'm Oscar. I'm studying international relations. I'm in 1st semester.
Okay, so as you have realized, all of you are exchange student or coming from a foreign state. So our first question is, what made you decide to come to Monterey?
The scholarship.
Scholarship too.
Yeah, it's just that I study like the visit high school in Prepa Tech in Morelia. So they gave me the option of having a scholarship there or having a scholarship here. But the fact is that the scholarship they were offering me in Morelia was actually lower because they included credit, and the scholarship that I have here is just pure, like pure scholarship. So my dad was like, because the career is not complete in Morelia, so my dad told me, if you are going to leave anyway, you should just leave, like right now.
Now.
Just go.
Yeah.
Anyone else? You
Family
can talk
pressure.
to- Okay.
Like my two brothers are here and my family are telling me the Monterey is better than your city, even though the career is complete in my city, but still they wanted me to come here.
So, but did you look into the city also when you decided to come here? Like, did you look up Monterrey and decide you wanted to live here? Or just the school?
I wanted to live in Guadalajara, but
Shit happens.
But yes, my brothers convinced my parents that I should live here, so
Okay.
that there was no option. It was staying there or come here, so I came.
Anyone else has? Yeah.
So I actually studied my first year at my campus in the state of Mexico, and I was not that happy there because I felt like the level was not as high as I would like it to be. So I started doing some research on which campus on the whole tech network was the best one, and I found out that Monterey campus is the best one for my career at least. So I talked with my parents and I decided to come here.
Okay, so yeah.
I chose to come here because the career isn't in my state. It is just in Puebla, Toluca, Estado de Mexico, and here in Monterrey. So I didn't consider like the city or the life in here. I didn't actually came to Monterrey before, but here I gained a scholarship. So Monterrey.
You never consider the city until you arrive in the middle of the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't like Mexico City, so.
And in my case, I'm from Guatemala, so you know if you're going outside of the country, you might as well go to the central campus.
Yeah.
I mean, I had the choice to start in Chiapas, but
Chiapas.
you can guess the level that
Yeah.
you can get in
Is that even a
Chiapas, so-
thing?
He's
No,
Mexican
no, no.
too.
No. I mean, the fact is that I was told like one or 1.5 years ago they were actually closing down some campuses. So
Tech Shop is still there.
Oh.
Actually,
yeah.
in the summer they had like
They have
summer
exchanges,
yeah,
yes.
and you were doing a whole program on the summer that you. It was aligned to the same thing as Semana, where you did a project on entrepreneurship and things like that.
But have you liked it so far? Did it reach your expectations regarding like the campus as well as the city?
Definitely.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
Yes.
I mean the campus did, but certainly the city. I like the city, but I don't like the weather.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's the
I
only
really
thing I
like
don't
the
like.
city.
I
It's
really,
crazy.
really like it. It's
Yeah.
lovely. There's no traffic. Everything's
What?
closed.
Compared
Yeah,
to-
comparing
compared
Mexico
to
City,
Mexico.
yes. Yes, I mean like you have mountains surrounding the place everywhere. Everything is closed. There's no traffic.
No earthquakes.
I really no earthquakes. I love the climate here. I don't get sick anymore. So
What?
yes, I love Monterrey.
Oh, that's good to hear. But how is it different from your hometown?
Oh,
It's bigger.
much
Smaller.
much bigger.
I mean,
Smaller?
Yeah.
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, for example, Morelia is just like it's not a. I mean, it's not a small city, but it's not a big city either because it's not like an industrial city. It's more like a touristic city. So we don't have like all these
Super tall
industrial
buildings.
plants and I mean enterprises there. So I mean, the city is smaller, which I like very much because I don't have to like spend much time in the traffic. But the fact is that in Morelia, what I wanted to study, I would not be able to work or even like get a life in my career there if I decided to stay there. So
For me, it's amazing Monterrey because in my city we don't even have high mountains. We have like small hills, and that's all. So coming to Monterrey and watching like El Cerro de la Silla and stuff, it's amazing. But I like more the downtown in San Luis Potosí.
Yeah.
Here I don't.
There is no
Downtown.
downtown here.
There's no downtown.
The micro
Yeah,
plaza.
that's true. Yeah, it's not very nice to go there.
Well, in my case, it's the opposite. I don't like Monterrey. I consider it to be a very gray city, contaminated.
yeah.
Oh, you should go to Mexico
You're
City.
surprised by mountains,
Yeah.
but in Guatemala we're surrounded by volcanoes.
Oh.
I live on a mountain and I see the volcanoes, so
Oh wow.
for me it's not like surprising to see mountains.
But have you ever been to Mexico City?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
horrible.
you should go
It's
to
horrible.
Mexico City. You would die there.
I love Mexico City.
Really?
Though
It's
it's-
way worse than this
Even though
place.
it's really contaminated, which is another thing I don't like from Monterrey, you can
Yeah.
see the
Well, it is true.
pollution.
Yeah.
It is true that
That's true.
this city is way more contaminated.
That makes
That
it-
makes
Mexico
City.
City. Yeah.
It's
But
true.
then for you, for example, would you ever consider going back or switching to another campus, or would you just
Guatemala.
stay here?
Well, there's, you have to consider your professional career because
Yeah.
in Guatemala, it's my city. I love it. It's really beautiful, to be honest. But there's not that much of industry or like job opportunities, which I am really interested in.
I've been
So my plan is to live here for a few more years, and then after I've built some experience, professional experience, then go back to Guatemala.
That's interesting. What else? So, were you all decided to come here, and were you like determined to come, or were you scared, or how was that process for you when you were deciding to move here?
It was weird.
Oh well, I wanna.
Yeah, go ahead.
I started my first year of university at Mexico City. Then in break, I came like for a course of recording, and I decided to come like oh, I want to come. But there was missing 1 month for entering to the school, and
Oh wow.
I start my change for Monterrey,
Which campus were you?
Mexico City.
Nice.
So now, we're gonna talk about regios and regias. And it's okay, you can share your opinion. Honest opinion. But we want to know, in your opinion, what determines a regio or a regia? What makes them different from the people back home?
The carne
The
asada.
accent.
The accent.
Not that much.
The accent.
The accent.
The
accent.
The accent,
I think it's more something like
The
the
accent
personality, you know, like the focus that people here have in life. Because, for example, back home, most people are content like to finish their career and just like find a small time job or I mean like a job in the bureaucracy or in something they studied at, but they don't tend to like create enterprises or try to build something. They always like want something that is already built, so they don't have to spend the effort. So, for example, when you get here, most of my friends are actually trying to start like
Yes.
small enterprises or are trying to work or are trying to go to other countries to find work or more opportunities. So it's, I mean, you also have like all these, you could call it like idiosyncrasies like carnes asadas and the accent and the phrases like tipo and sacas. But
De que ocupas.
yeah, I mean, but mostly the people here, I mean, they do tend to like, they don't spend a lot of money in certain things, but I do seem to like consider people here to be a more hardworking.
Yeah,
Because
they
this
are.
is
Really?
because this is a more competitive place and everything here is so expensive, so you actually have to
Yeah, they're
be
ambitious.
good to actually succeed here.
So do you experience that competitiveness here in Tech?
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Yes. I
I'm
mean,
like, I completely ruined him. Like,
Oh yeah, feel free to grab and keep
yes, I
chatting.
mean,
You told me
yeah.
that was
So-
Little Caesars.
yes, I
We
mean, like,
actually have, we have
wait.
Netflix on that.
Actually,
But yeah.
In addition to what he says, I think, well, people here in Monterrey are way more different than in other places like in center of Mexico. Because in my case, in San Luis Potosí, people are tremendously religious. That's how they
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Have you
So,
ever talked
more
with
than
someone
here?
here?
Yeah. Yeah. We have like
nigga?
200 churches in only the capital, and there is in 5 blocks we have like 4 churches in one street. So it's way more religious. And people here, I think, are more used to meeting people from all around the world. I mean, Guatemala, San Luis Potosí, Chihuahua. And in San Luis Potosí or other places like in the center of Mexico, maybe not all of Mexico, they are not used to that. So people are like more closed and tend to be mala onda.
So in your opinion, regios and regias are more open-minded and they're more welcoming
Yeah.
of
No,
other
they
people?
are more
Well,
social.
I mean, like,
It depends.
They're big city people, you know, because Monterrey is a big city. Like, if we consider like the whole of Mexico, it is a big city. And I was surprised to learn that some people, like in the 4th semester, they're already like doing internships. I mean, like that never happens in Mexico, like ever. You know, so I was just really, really surprised to find out that they were like so eager to start like working and being better every day.
So what I noticed is that I started first year, as I said before, so I could compare the difference between the students of the same career in the 2 different campuses. And what I noticed is that the students here are more proactive. They tend to look to more opportunities and learn from themselves. So, in the case, I study computer science, so they start looking for competitions and different courses on programming and things like that. And over there in the state of Mexico, what they do is only keep what they learn in class. They won't seem to look further to work maybe at a company in the United States. They mostly tend to finish working there in the state of Mexico, Mexico City.
So you feel that the teachers as well are like pushing you
Yeah.
to
They're
achieve
crazy
greater
here.
things? Really?
They're
So
better.
you think it's like harder here than in other campuses?
I know.
Not harder.
I have a friend who left like 2 semesters ago. He was transferred to Guadalajara because he had some issues with the scholarship. He plays basketball.
Yeah.
So he actually was telling me that two of the courses that here in my career consider like the most extremely difficult, they were like a field trip there. Like it was really easy. The projects were not as hard. The professors were not as demanding. So yeah.
So was it hard then for you to adapt to this like new rhythm of working? No.
No, I
The
think
first?
it was harder the food. Go living alone
Yeah.
Yeah.
with your bed
Pasó eso, pasó.
in a small room. Nah, but I think that's the most difficult thing.
No, it's different. Like, well, I don't know if in other careers, but in industrial engineer, I think the level is better in Chihuahua than in here. Like, I see, like my grades here, I don't even bother doing anything, and I get 90s. In Chihuahua, I studied the whole day and worked a lot, and I barely got the 87, 85. So I think depends on the career. But with the people, they are open-minded in some aspects, but
Yeah.
let's consider that this is we're a really conservative city in a really conservative state. So it is we cannot generalize that everyone is like, hey,
Yeah.
come here, I'm really
Yeah.
open-minded. They are they will not like a lot of things that in other states they will like, maybe.
Like, can you give examples of, or like your personal experience?
Well, let's say in Chihuahua, like here, I have seen like, well, like 10 billboards that say something about our religion. And well, I'm not a really religious person, so I don't think. I think that like really passionate religious people are really close-minded. So that tells me that well, you cannot do a lot of things here that I can do in my state. I'm not saying that my state is that my city is like Mexico City, that is really liberal.
And about the culture, did you feel like a crash culture when you moved here, or is it not very different like that? Like your
Same.
you can share.
It's,
Oh, and you can open the piece of
I have my roommate is from Mexico City, and he tells me the smell of Monterrey is carne asada. But I'm from Chihuahua, so I'm kind of used to it. But it was like a big deal to me.
Anyone else?
In my case,
Yeah.
in Guatemala and as well, I've been to Guadalajara, and in the south of Mexico, people is warmer. So like in here, it's like people is not mean, but you have to cross like a wall. I mean, they're cold until they get to know you, and then they're really nice.
Yeah.
build a wall!
The wall. You have to cross that line to be accepted or to be treated good.
I was going to say something like that. In San Luis Potosí, well, we are like known for minimizing things. We say like cafecito,
Oh, yeah.
barecito, so, things like that. And coming here and like, hey, ¿qué pasa, plebe? No sé qué. I felt like I was a little girly, or how can I say it? Like feminine, because
Yeah.
it was like, hey, ¿qué onda? ¿Cómo estás, amiguito? Yeah, it is actually weird for me.
Hi, little boy.
But it's nice. O sea, I mean, people are nice. I think they have like a stronger temperament.
In
But
what sense?
what?
In what sense?
Like more machines, man. Yeah.
More, tend to be more masculine.
Masculine, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Macho culture.
Yeah,
think
Macho culture.
they talk really rough in a really rough I don't
Accent.
know. Yeah, an accent. The accent is different, and I don't know, the people, as he said, you have to jump that wall, and you
It's a Mexican affinity for jumping walls.
yeah, before they have you that confidence or something like that.
So are most of your friends regios or foreign?
Foreign.
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 Really?
Both.
Both?
Yeah, well, probably both.
Okay. So what do you usually do on the weekends?
Cry.
Being empinado.
What do you
Do
do?
my homework,
Homework,
cook,
laundry,
laundry,
Study.
I feed my
Tuna.
snake.
study.
tuna,
Tuna.
supermarket.
Superman.
Be an
Yeah.
active
Grocery
person of the
shopping.
society.
Of course, we don't drink. We don't party.
No.
Drink water.
I'm trying to like knowing the city because I'm not used to here. I know many people are from the north of the country, so they are used to Monterrey or they know I don't know downtown.
They've been here.
They have been here, but I haven't. So I try to get to know Monterrey. I went to Chipinque last time.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was so cool. Actually, with Thomas, he's my roommate.
Yes,
We are in love since.
I lived here in Monterrey,
Uh-huh.
but when I was a child, from 1 to 5 years, so I know a little part of the city, and I really love Monterrey.
Really? Have any of you, the rest of you, take time to like discover the city?
Yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
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 Well, some parts.
No.
Mm,
For example, we have been to Chipinque as
Chipinque.
well.
Mm.
And that's it.
Well,
Fundidora.
Fundidora, yeah,
And
and La
that's it.
Macro Plaza, and that's it.
And what's your favorite place so far?
So far,
Chipinque.
Chipinque.
Yeah.
Chipinque or
Macro
Fundidora?
Plaza.
No, it's Chipinque because I don't see many people up there when I go.
And do you feel comfortable when you're like out and about in the city? Like, do you feel safe here?
Yeah.
Yes.
More-
Mostly.
More or less?
I mean, I do. I walked on downtown like at 11 p.m. So nothing's happened to me so far. So yeah.
Oh, and we also wanted to bring up the topic of nightclubs here in Monterrey because we realized that here they're way more like strict when they're trying to bring or let someone in or things like that than in other states. Like,
Yeah.
what has been your experience?
Well, the culture in here, I think that there are really like elites in, I don't know, in many aspects. For example, the dress code in here is really, really strict, and a lot of things like that, as you said, what people they permit that they could enter, and that.
Yeah, the white ones.
Mhm.
Or handsome. Yes, it's
Yeah,
true.
no, to be honest, we have a friend who is from Africa,
Mauritania. Mokhtar is.
and we usually have a problem getting in when he's with us.
Why?
And they're really superficial because
Yeah,
they
yeah.
take you by your looks, by
Yeah.
the color of your
Your
skin.
By what you're wearing.
Even if you're gonna pay to get in, and they
Exactly.
still have
Yeah.
that, you know.
Actually, here in
connection.
Monterrey is expensive. The alcohol.
Yeah.
So.
Everything's expensive
Yeah.
here.
That is the
man.
first reason
Yeah,
why I'm
but
not
the alcohol
coming.
too much.
Yeah, my brother had an experience that they were going to a nightclub. There were like 15 people going there, and they said that one guy couldn't enter because of his physical looks,
Mm-hmm.
and they were telling the bouncer, hey, we're 15 guys. We're going to eat
pay.
here.
Yeah,
we- We're going to drink here. Sorry, we're going to spend
Money,
a lot of
yeah.
money here.
Yeah.
Let him enter or we'll go. And the bouncer said, no, you have to go.
And I usually, not to be a promotion, but I usually go to LD. Especially
more
not
important,
because of
huh?
the price, but because we don't lose that much of time getting
Yeah.
in.
Yeah.
I really hate that, that there is so superficial and you have to wait. I mean, I'm gonna pay anyway, so
You're going to
why
drink.
waste my time in line
You're with your
when I can
friends.
get in easily on the other one?
Yeah. So people are more like superficial, you would say, or
Yeah.
judgmental. Yeah.
It's just
So
it's
all
more
the-
like elitism, I think, because you see, at least in Mexico, people. I mean, most of the upper parts of society tend to be like people of whiter skin. So, at least, for example, in Morelia, they do tend to be like more. You could say racist in the nightclubs because if you have like a darker tone of skin, they won't let you in. For example, once that we wanted to go for a friend of ours' birthday, they wouldn't let most of us in because we were actually like, yeah.
Yeah,
But
man,
here?
man.
No, in Morelia.
Morelia.
I'm so black.
But here, actually, to some of my friends, it has happened because they actually were not wearing like designer clothes. Sometimes they went to the nightclubs. So yeah, I think here in Monterrey people tend to be more elitist, not racist.
No,
Yeah.
it's like I comprehend the fact that they want a specific dress code. Like you won't be going to the nightclub in shorts and a beach shirt. Is there a way to say, hey, you have to come here? Like we want this dress code.
No shoes, no shirt.
But yeah, but they tend to do the physical thing a lot. I have a lot of friends that have a lot more money than me, and they're not like white skinned, but they cannot enter to the club because they're not white skinned.
And do you feel that segregation in school as well?
No.
Yeah.
No.
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
I don't know.
No?
I will not. No.
I have
In
been.
that way, but with the scholarship,
Oh.
sometimes there, I don't know, not all the persons, but a small group. Sometimes it's big.
I mean, I have been here like for 2 months only, and I think like tech is a little utopic place because it's a little good thing and a bad thing either, because you are in an environment that protects or helps or accepts everyone. I mean, if you are white, black, Muslim, Catholic, it doesn't matter. You are welcome in tech anyway. So it's good to be to feel like that, but maybe going out to the streets, to clubs and stuff, and don't getting that attention makes you feel like, oh, what is happening here? So it's good for the tech, for the environmental of students, but it is also a bad thing if you are not like acostumbrado.
Used to.
Used to. You're not
Yeah.
used to. Yo estoy en alemán.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like if we see the ads of Tec de Monterrey, they're all white people. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
but I mean, I don't think that's the case really here. I mean, like it doesn't feel much like a racist environment. Just the ads. I mean, like that's so surreal.
So another big part of this focus group is Distrito Tech. So we want to know if you know anything about it, what you know about it, and stuff like that. So who wants to start?
I was volunteer in Distrito Tech,
Mm-hmm.
and it's nice. You you help the people that lives here in the colonias. How do you say?
Neighborhoods.
To create a more
A better environment.
and you participate in the checking the trees or the streets, and it's a good nice activity to be a volunteer of Distrito Tech.
Okay. Okay. So Mira is actually telling me to ask you guys about. Oh, okay. Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No.
Mira was actually telling me to ask you about callejeros.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Can you tell the rest of the group what it is about?
The festivals?
Yeah.
It's just like a street festival when several people actually gather to like sell things. I mean, they sell food, they sell
Like a
so
market.
like a little market in the street. But they do it like next to a stadium. It's actually pretty nice because I mean, it's not like we got that before Callejero started to come here. So it's nice to actually see something done in the street for a change and not just like the traffic.
Especially because we live in a city who's always rushing and working and
Yeah.
rushing, and so it's like closing that avenue, street, whatever, and make it walkable with no rush, just
Yeah.
talking,
Nice.
walking. It's good.
To be with friends or girlfriend.
I also like picnic cinema.
Yeah.
So
Actually,
that's right. Nice.
But I hate mosquitoes.
Yeah.
So do you participate in a lot of tech events?
Yeah.
most of
Make
them.
Yeah.
We make them.
Depends.
Focus
And-
groups.
Free food.
So and we wanted to know well, yeah, that about Distrito Tech, and if you feel that that like Tecnológico Monterrey is making an effort to make you feel more welcome and
Yeah.
adopted.
I have mixed opinions about District
Yeah.
Tech.
Yeah, share them with us.
It's just the fact that, for example, I think what the institution is trying to do with